DC is rebooting Superman without Henry Cavill. Welcome back to Nerdist News. I'm Dan Casey, and today we're going to break down the reports that Henry Cavill is going up, and away from the role of Superman, and this time, it's for good. The news broke late on Wednesday that Cavill will not be returning to the role of Superman after all. This news may come as a bit of a shock considering his cameo appearance in Black Adam and his Instagram post back in October confirming that this was just a very small taste of what's to come. And while there will be more Superman in the imminent future of the DC Universe, that very small taste is bittersweet, especially for fans of Cavill's take on the Man of Steel and doubly so for fans of the Snyderverse. It's the latest announcement in what's felt like a bit of a rocky week for Warner Brothers and the DC Universe, and not just because WB keeps unceremoniously taking shows like Westworld off HBO Max and canceling series like The Minx that were nearing completion so they can reverse engineer a dumber version of cable. Last week, The Hollywood Reporter reported that there was trouble in Paradise Island as Wonder Woman 3 was not moving forward in its current iteration. And that initial explosive report prompted a very messy, very public back and forth with people like James Gunn taking to Twitter to try and set the record straight. It also led to Patty Jenkins writing a lengthy missive explaining her side of the story after the Raps report alleged that Jenkins was the one who killed Wonder Woman 3 and that she even sent WB execs the Wikipedia page for character arc. But let's get back to the Superman of it all, though. That initial THR report included mention of newly minted DC Studios co-CEOs James Gunn and Peter Safran and their path forward as they craft a new slate of unified films and TV shows in the DC universe. Man of Steel 2 was actively in development, and writers like Peaky Blinders creator Stephen Knight took a crack at crafting a suitable treatment. And it's widely assumed the reason Cavill departed Netflix's The Witcher before season 4 was to free up his schedule for a Superman sequel. While we didn't get kryptonite green smoke emerging from the water tower to confirm that a new Superman has been named, James Gunn did confirm on Twitter that they have a new DC slate ready to go. Assuming that sources close to the project don't spill the beans first, Gunn said more information will be available in the beginning of the new year. Gunn did mention, though, that among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. Gunn went on to confirm that the film is not an origin story. Rather, it sounds like it's going to take place when Superman is still relatively new to the whole being a superhero thing, kind of like the Batman. Gunn is actively writing the script, but they don't know who's going to direct it just yet. As for Henry Cavill, Gunn also said that they had a great meeting with him and they talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future. As for whether or not Henry Cavill would actually want to be a part of this new DC universe, only time will tell. In his Instagram message to fans, Cavill took a bit of a dig at the studio by mentioning he only shared the Superman video in October at their behest. Cavill also urged his fans to take the deeper lessons of Superman to heart. We can mourn for a bit, but then we must remember Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there. So here's hoping that the next time Cavill does a superhero landing, and I'm sure Kevin Feige's coming up with exactly what that next time will look like right now, it will be on Henry Cavill's own terms. In the meantime, though, Henry, you're welcome to come here and play Warhammer 40k with us in LA. My white scars will valiantly stand against your custodes before getting summarily annihilated. As for what this news means for the rest of the Snyderverse and the DC Universe as we knew it, well, it seems increasingly like Flashpoint or Aquaman the Lost Kingdom could be the last hurrah for the current iteration of these characters. But it doesn't sound like Peter Safran and James Gunn need to throw out the super babies with the super bathwater. I mean, just look at how James Gunn approached the Suicide Squad. It chose selective bits of canon to use and others to discard to chart a savvier way forward. In his Twitter thread as well, Gunn mentioned that while Ben Affleck is not likely to suit back up as Batman anytime soon, they are keen on finding a project for Affleck to direct in the DC universe. So start placing your bets on what that project might be. My guess is Deadman, simply because of the fact the character's name is Boston Brand, and those are literally Ben Affleck's SEO terms. Nailed it. Anyway, folks, there you have it. That's everything you need to know about the future of Superman and the DC Universe. We'll keep you up to date as news continues to break faster than a speeding bullet over on Nerdist.com. In the meantime, though, folks, tell us, what do you think of this news? What do you want to see from a new Superman movie, and why is it Brainiac?
I don't know! I would not let them tell me!
Let us know in the comments below, and for the latest and greatest in the world of pop culture, make sure you stay tuned to Nerdist.com.